Antoine Nicholson's school looks more like Disneyland than a place for kids with special needs. There are pinball machines and cartoon characters, wax figures and artwork punctuated with cornflower blues and vivid pinks. Each student has a computer, healthy food, plush quarters, heavy supervision, and constant attention. Why then would Antoine's mother, Evelyn Nicholson, be fighting like mad to get him out of this place?
He would call me up crying and say, "You got to get me out of here. I can't take this."
Because along with the perks at this center for troubled children come the punishments. The Judge Rotenberg Center claims to be the only one in the country using electric shock aversion therapy. They call it the Graduated Electronic Decelerator, the GED, and half their students go to school each day tethered to electrodes housed in a fanny pack.
Really bad pain on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you say? 10 is really bad.
Like 7.
It's a therapy almost as old as electricity itself, banned as barbaric at a far higher voltage, illegal in some states. To Evelyn Nicholson, it is one flew over the cuckoo's nest for kids. Child psychiatrist David Fassler.
This is clearly an intervention which is out of the mainstream. Personally, I worry about the ramifications and the implications long-term for the kids.
Yet Evelyn signed a legal consent form that allowed them to strap electrodes on Antoine that deliver 65 volts of electricity by remote control. He got them one at a time. Each time he cussed, hit, threatened, or frightened someone.
You still signed it?
Yeah.
How come?
Because that was the only place they had for Antoine.
Now she's suing her New York school district for sending Antoine out of state so they could, in her words, torture and abuse him for engaging in aggressive, unfocused behavior. Dr. Matthew Israel has been under fire from parents and doctors and psychiatrists since he invented the electric shock device 16 years ago. Dr. Israel calls it behavioral skin shock, a bee sting, a prick, an electric spanking, nothing like the convulsive shock treatments demonized in films.
Children who otherwise might blind themselves have been able to stop that behavior and become in much more normal life.
Dr. Israel says he has treated 226 students on the GED. The 24/7 program costs taxpayers $213,000 per child each year.
If you hadn't come here, where would you be today?
I would be dead, or in a hospital, doped up on Thorazine.
The key to his credibility, he says, are students and parents. Inside his own colorful headquarters, Dr. Israel refused to speak to CNN without them, and his lawyers, staff, cameras, and recording devices.
When you hear people or critics of this therapy say, this is like child abuse, this is inhumane, this is torture, does it make you all very angry?
These parents say their kids are the worst of the worst, headbangers and biters, obsessive-compulsive, out of control, a danger to themselves and others. That the GED, which is only administered with court and parental approval, saved their children's lives.
My daughter was punching herself constantly like that in her eyes.
I thank God for the GED.
She wouldn't be alive today.
According to his medical records, Antoine could also be one scary kid. He stole things, hit people, tried to sexually assault a girl.
He's 17, but he's really in between the age of 4 and a 5-year-old child. And he really can't function, he can't think, and he's really constantly repeating himself.
When Antoine first arrived at the center, Dr. Israel says he acted out constantly. Mouthing off got him a reprimand. Physical aggression was punished with a zap. Dr. Israel says after many zaps, that number dropped to near 0.
Your mom told us that you told her it was very painful. Is that true?
It was painful.
Dr. Israel says his treatment is also about rewards. Kids who behave well get treats and games. Bad behavior brings a single 2-second skin shock.
A student can wear up to 5 electrodes strapped to their arms and their legs. I strapped one here to my arm just to see how powerful the shock is. It's delivered with a remote control. Oh! Oh, man! That hurts.
What long-term harm or good prolonged treatment would have on a mentally handicapped teenager like Antoine is anyone's guess. His mother has ordered the treatment stopped. Randy Kay, CNN, Canton, Massachusetts.